Hi everyone, this is Ramesh, Department of Cybersecurity, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering College. Welcome to Basic Python Programming Language. Today I am going to discuss topics while, for loop, continue and break statements. After completion of this lecture, you will able to know about what is while loop, what is for loop, and break and continue statements in the loop statements, and you know how to use where to use these loops. Okay, what is the loops? Generally, if you want to print one statement, you can print with simple print statement. These loops are mainly used to repeat a single statement or group of statement. Here you can see loops are used to repeat a set of statements and single statements certain number of times. If you want to repeatedly execute a group of statements or single statement with help of loops, we can execute. There are two types of loops, for loop and while loop. Okay, mainly for loops is to iterate over the items in the list, dictionary, set and strings. So that also we will see. This is the syntax of the while loop. While condition, in while block we can write the n number of statements. In single statement we can write the n number of statements. But why we use the loops? Suppose in your program you want to print the statement hello 2 times. Simply you can use the print statement, right? If you use to print statement, it is enough to print the hello 2 times. Suppose if you want to print 10 times, you have to use the 10 times print statement. But if you want to use the 1000 times, then it is difficult to write the 1000 print statement. In that case, we use the loops. Loops are used to simplify our work. 2 loops we have in the Python: while loop, for loop. Now we are going to see the while loop. First let's see the while loop. While loop syntax is like this. This while loop mainly execute the statement or set of statements based on the condition. While we write the condition here, this condition until unless it becomes false, this block of statements repeatedly will be executed until this becomes false. Okay. In while loop we can write the one statement or n number of statements, but we shouldn't leave the while block empty. If you want to leave the while block empty, in that case you can use the pause keyword. If you want to implement that while block in future, you can leave that while block with the keyword pause. And the control comes of the loop when the condition is false. Okay, until unless the condition is true, the loop will be executed repeatedly. While loop, we must explicitly increment and decrement the loop variable, whereas in for loop, range function can be automatically in the loop. Okay. To write the while loop, we use the on counter variables. Let's see that example. Okay, let's see the uses of while loop. Here, I want to print the hello 5 times. Okay, for that I want the one counter variable to check whether we have reached the up to 5 print statements. After 5 print statements, we have to stop. That's why I'm taking the one counter variable. That variable I initialize to I is equal to 1. Then I'm checking the condition while I less than equal to 5. Whenever the counter variable reaches to 5, we have to stop. That's why I'm writing the condition with the help of relation operators. I less than equal to 5. Once I'm printing the print hello. After printing the hello, I have to increment I value to 1 because 1 time we have printed. So I have incremented the I is called I plus 1. Next I'm checking the again I less than or equal to 5. Again I'm printing the second time, and third time, fourth time. Each time I'm printing the hello, I'm incrementing the I value. I is equal to I plus 1. First time I is equal to 1. Okay. Then I'm printing the one time. Then I value becomes I is equal to I plus 1 equal to, now I value is 2. I value 2 less than equal to 5. Again the condition is true. Second time I am printing the hello. Next time I value becomes 3. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 also less than equal to 5. Again I am printing the hello. I am printing the hello. Next I. Now I value is 3. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 is also less than equal to 5. Again I am printing the hello, because this condition is evaluated to true. When I is equal to 4 plus 1, now I value becomes 5. 5 less than equal to 5. So this time also this condition becomes true. Again I am printing the hello. After when I value reaches to 5, in next iteration 5 plus 1, now I value becomes 6. 6 less than or equal to 5. This condition is false. So the control comes out of the while loop. Okay. When the condition becomes evaluated to false, the control comes out of the while loop. Until unless it is evaluated to false, the loop will be repeatedly executed. Next, not only we increment the counter variable, we can decrement also. Now I am taking here I is equal to 5. When I am printing one time, I am decrementing I value here. I am not incrementing. Here I am decrementing the I value. I is equal to 5. 5 greater than or equal to 1. One time I am printing. Now I becomes I is equal to 5 minus 1, 4. So 4 greater than equal to 1. Condition is true. 4 greater than equal to 1. Condition is true. Again I am print the second time. Then I value 4 minus 1. Okay. Now I value becomes 3. 3 also greater than equal to 1. Okay. Next. So I am printing the third time. Next I value becomes 3 minus 1, 2. 2 also greater than equal to 1. So condition is true. I am printing the hello. Next I value becomes I is equal to 2 minus 1. Now 1. 1 greater than equal to 1. Condition is true. Okay. Now also I am printing the hello. When I is equal to 1 minus 0, 1 minus 1, now I value becomes 0. 0 greater than equal to 1. Condition is false. Okay, that time we are come out in, that breaks the loop. We are come out of the loop. Let's see the in ideally. Now first, with help of incrementing the counter variable, we print the hello statements. Now I is equal to 1. I want to print while I less than equal to 5. I want to print 5 times hello. Print hello. Each time when I complete the print statement, I have to increment the counter variable. I is equal to I plus 1. Okay. Okay, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am able to print the 5 times with the help of loop. Not only 5 times. Simply if you change the condition to 100 here, now I value starts from 1. it reaches to up to 100. We are able to print 100 print statements. Okay, if you count, we are able to print the 100 hello statements. Simply with the help of 3 lines, we are able to print the hello 100 times. Simply if you type 1000, we are able to print 1000 times hello. Simply I am changing the condition. So we are able to print the 1000 times. Let's see how to use the decrement the counter variable. Now I am initializing to, suppose I want to print the only 10 times. Now I am initializing the I value to 10. Now I have to change the condition here because I am decrementing the I value. I greater than equal to 1, and now I have to decrement the I value. I is equal to I minus 1. Okay, I am able to print the hello with the help of loop by decrementing the counter variable. Okay, here I am using the counter variable, incrementing the counter variable. Here I am using the counter variable decrementation. Can we use the while inside the while? We can. Okay, let's see. Here I am using the while inside the while. How we use here? If you see, I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5. Inside while again I am using the another while. Okay. In this case, what happens is when I value is equal to 1, in each iteration of outer loop, the inner loop execute the 5 times. Now here inner loop starts j is equal to 1. At send less than or equal to 5. Okay, 1 to 5 times. Inner loop execute the 5 times for each iteration of the outer loop. When I value is equal to 2, again it execute the 5 times. When I value is 3, again the inner loop execute the 5 times. Like when I value is 4, again it execute the 5 times. When I value is 5, the inner loop execute 5 times. Total, we are able to print for each iteration of the outer loop, the inner loop execute the 5 times. That based on condition. If you change the here 10, j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to 10. In that case, for each iteration of the outer loop, the inner loop execute the 10 times. Here I am writing the condition j less than or equal to 10. In that case, the inner loop executes 10 times. If I write the j less than or equal to 100, the inner loop executes the 10 times for each iteration of the outer loop. Okay. In this case, we are able to print 5 into 5, 25 times we are able to print the hello with the help of the nested while loop. Let's see the example. Outer loop I am taking the I is equal to 1 while I less than or equal to 5, j also in the inner loop. For inner loop I am taking another counter j is equal to 1 while inner loop should be end at same j less than or equal to 5. I am printing the hello. J is equal to j plus 1. Let's run the program. Okay. If you count, these are the 25 hello time. Hello. We are able to print the 20 times. For each iteration of outer loop, the inner loop execute the that means number of times based on the condition. I have given the j value less than equal to 5. So inner loop exits the 5 times. Okay. Note, not only while loop, we can use the, if you want, here we can use the any if condition, if else conditions. Not only while loop, we can use the, inside the while loop, we can use the if else. Okay. Everything is possible in the programming. Not only in while loop, we can use the for loop also. In for loop, we can use the while loop also. Vice versa, anything is we can write. Okay. Next, while loop iterate over the list tuple string. With help of while loop, we can access the sequence elements. List, tuple, set. Sorry, we can't access the set elements because we can access the elements based on index with help of while loop. Okay. Let's see how to access the list elements with help of while loop. Here I am declaring the L is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the list declaration. I am initializing I is equal to 0. Okay. Now I am finding out in the how many elements, length of L. Here I will get the length of L 4. Okay. I value less than equal to 4. Okay. I value starts 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Less than, when the I value reaches to 4, 4 less than or 4. Not, condition is false. So that condition becomes false. It terminates the loop. When I value is 0, L of 0, this 2. When I value is 1, I am accessing the next element 3. When I value 2, I am accessing the 4. When I value L of 3, I am accessing the 5. Okay. With a while loop, we can access the sequence, that is list, tuple, but we are not able to access the set elements because we can't access the set elements based on the index. Okay. And we can access the characters by characters, each character from string also with the help of the while loop. Here also same logic. I is equal to 0, I am finding the length of the name. Here I am taking the name Suresh. In that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 characters. Okay, length of the string will be 6. I value less than 6. So when I value 0, it access the first character. When I value 1, next character. When I value 3, third character. Like it access the, we can able to access the string characters from the with help of while loop. Let's see this example with the help of IDE. And declaring the list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? This is the list. Now I am showing I is equal to 0 while I less than length of L. Print L of I. After printing the each element from the list, I have to increment the I value to point to the next element in the list. Okay, I is equal to 0, I less than. Okay, let's run this. Okay, I am able to access the list elements with the help of while loop. Let us change this to tuple. If you are using the square bracket, that is the list. If you change to parenthesis it is a tuple. Same. With the help of same logic, we can able to access the tuple elements also. Same. But if we change it to this curly braces, this is the set. We are not able to access the set elements based on index. We get the error. Okay, you can see the set object is not suspectable. Means based on index, we are not able to access the set elements. And let's see the string also. Here I am giving some string. Let's see the same string also. Suresh. We are able to access the each character from the string. Okay, you can see that we are able to access the each character from the string. Okay, with the help of while loop, we have seen how to access the sequence elements, list, tuple, set, string. But we are not able to access the sequence element, that is set elements. We are not able to access with the help of while loop and dictionary elements also. But we can able to access them with the help of the for loop. Yes, set elements we can access with the help of the for loop, and dictionary elements also we can able to access with the help of for loop. Let's see the for loop. For loop can be used to iterate over the list, string, dictionary and set over a range of numbers. We have two type of syntax. This is the while loop syntax to access the sequence of elements. This is another syntax to print the use with the range keyword. Let's see the both. For loop can be used with the two forms. This loop can be used to access the sequence of elements. This loop can be used to with the range keyword. Let's see that's the example also. Here, this normally the while loop for loop is used to access the sequence of elements. Okay, this is a simple for loop. Here you can observe the one thing. In while loop we have to initialize the I value is 0 or 0, and we have to each time after accessing one element we have to increment the I value. But in for loop, that incrementation happens automatically to point to the next element. Here for I in x, I am not incrementing anything I value. That incrementing to point to the next element, it happens automatically. We are not doing anything in the for loop. Okay, this is the here I am accessing the list elements. Here I am accessing the characters of the string one by one. Let's see the example. And here you can observe. Here I am giving the list directly. You can use after declaration of the list. I can use that variable here, or you can use it directly in for loop itself. Both are correct. Both yes we can use. Let's see the example. Let's see the example with the help of for loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And declaring the one list for I in here. In I plus you can use any variable. We need not to use only I. Print of I. In each iteration it points to first element. In first iteration I contains the 1. In next iteration I contains 2. In third iteration I contains 3. In fourth iteration I contains 4. Like that it points to the in each iteration it points to the next element. Let's run this example. Okay, we are able to access the elements in the list. Same. Let's change this to the tuple. Tuple is declared with the parentheses. Okay, I am able to access the tuple elements also with for loop. Let us declare this as a set. Set is declared with the curly brackets, opening and closing brackets. Okay. Set elements also we are able to access with the help of for loop. But whereas in while loop we are not able to access the set elements because we are not able to access the based on the index in the set elements. Set elements we are not able to access the based on the index because set elements are unordered. They don't have the order. And let us see one string also. I want to access the each character from the string with the help of for loop. Okay, I am able to access the each character from the string. Okay, I access the list, tuple, set. Okay, and also in while loop we are not able to access the set elements and the dictionary elements, but with the help of for loop we can able to access the set elements also and dictionary elements also. Let's see the dictionary, how to access the dictionary. Dictionary is declared same like the set, but it has key and value. Key and value separated by a colon. 2 Suresh 3 Let's see example. I declared the A1 set. These are 1, 2, 3 are the keys. These names Ravi, Suresh, Mohan are the values of the keys. If you print for I in L, it prints all the key of the list. Let's see. We are able to print all the keys of the dictionary. If you want to print the values also, we can use another print statement, print L of I. With the help of key, we are able to access the value at that position. Okay. This 1, 2, 3 are key. Values are the Ravi, Suresh, Mohan. With the help of for loop, we are able to access the dictionary elements also. Okay. And let's see the how to use the range keyword with the for loop. For I in range, we have the starting. By default, if you don't, this the first is the initialization part, next ending part, end initialization and comma end comma step. By default, if you give range of 10, this is the end. 10 is end. You are not mentioning the any starting of the range. So by default, it takes the 0 and it ends the end minus 1. That is, if you are giving the range of 10, it takes the by default 0 to 9 values. End minus 1. Here end value is 10. So 10 minus 1. It prints the 0 to 9. Okay. This is the optional. You can mention the step value or not. Here for I in range of 1. Here I am mentioning the 1. But if you don't mention the initial value, it takes by default 0. I am mentioning the starting value. That is 1. it starts from 1 and ends the end minus 1, that is 11. Here end value is 11, so it ends the at 10. It prints the 1 to 10. Here printing the 20 to 10 by using the decrement step. You can use the increment or decrement also, step value. Here I am starting the from 20. Initial value from 20. Ending value is 11. Okay. It ends the 10 only. End minus 1. If you are given end value, it stops at the end minus 1. Okay. N minus 1 it stops. Okay. The initial value is 20. End value is 11. So it starts from the 20, 22 and it ends at 10, and but in decrementation. It is not I have given the step value is minus 1. Means in each iteration it decrements the value, step value. And next, inside the for loop I am using the one if condition. If you want, you can use the if condition. I am printing the 1 to 20, but it should not be divisible by 5. I want to print the 1 to 20 numbers, but the number should not be divisible by the 5. I want those numbers. In that case, I can use the if condition. Let's see this example. First, let's see the printing 1 to 10 and 20 to 11 with the help of decrement operator range command. For I in range of, if you don't mention the initial, by default it takes the 0. Okay. Print of I. Now it prints the 0 to 9. It ends at the end minus 1. I am able to print 0 to 9. If you mention the starting point, that is I want to print from the starting and should end the 20. 20 means I have to stop there at 20, means I have to give the 21. If you give the 21, it stops at the 20 itself. It starts from the 5 and it ends at the 20. Okay, you can see that it's starting from 5 and it ending at the 20. Let's see the step operator. By default, step is the 1. It increments in each print statement of the printing one value, it will increment the I value. I want to increment the step 2. So, first it prints the 5. Okay. Next, it prints the 7. Next, 8. Next, 10. So, step value increments in each step, it increments 2. Let's see the example. You can see 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. Like that, it increments the and ends the at the n minus 1. And let's see the how to print the in reverse. How to use the step in decrement way. I want to print from 20 should end at 10. Means I have to give the 9 and minus 1. It should stop. It has to print from the 20, 19, 18. It should stop at 10. Means I have to give the end point 9. And the step value is minus 1. Okay, you can see it is starting 20 and in decrement order. I have mentioned the step in minus 1. So it decrementing in each step. Okay, Next, let's see the break statement. Break statement. Break statement used to terminate the loop if it is in present. Suppose based on some condition we want to break the loop. In that case we use the break statement. If you have the break statement in nested loop, suppose while loop, inside while loop, here I use the some condition and break. Then the controls come out of the outer while loop. So it will not come out total outer loop of the both the, it come out of the outer while loop and continues the remaining steps. Okay, it will not come out of the total both the while loops. It come out of the nested loop. It come out of the innermost loop. Okay. While condition statements, here I am writing one condition, break statements. Whenever this condition is satisfied, the control come out of the loop. It terminates the loop. It will not execute the remaining steps. Let's see the example. Here you can see the example without the break statement. Here I am taking the I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 20. I am printing the 1 to 20 without break. Then if you use the break, what happens? Here same condition. I am using I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 20. But I am writing one condition. I equal to 1. When I value becomes 11, I am giving the break command. So it prints only 1 to 10. When it prints the 1 to 10 only. Whenever I value reaches to the 11, the control come out of the loop. It breaks the loop. In this case, we are able to print 1 to 20. In this case, we are able to print only 1 to 10 because of the break statement. Let's see the example. I is equal to 1 while I less than equal to 20. Print of I. Here in this case I am not using any break statements. So we are able to print I to 20. Okay, you can see the output 1 to 20. But if I use the break in between the while loop, if I equal to 11, I want to break the loop. When I value reaches to 11, I want to break the loop. Break. You can see I am able to print only 1 to 10. In previous case, it is printing 1 to 20. Whenever I value reaching 11, it is breaking the loop. Means the control will come out of the loop. We are not continuing the loop further. Okay, this is the break statement. The break statement used to terminate the loop. And continue. The continue statement will not be terminate loop, but it is give the correct iteration and it continues the remaining iterations. Okay, continue statement used to the skip the particular iteration. The remaining further iteration it continues. You can see this. It will not terminate the loop. And it won't execute the statement below the continue statement. Whenever the condition is satisfied, the below statement will not be executed for that particular iteration. Okay, If you write the increment below the continue, in that case it will falls in the infinite loop. Don't write the increment statements below the continue. So the loop will never become the false. So it continues the loop. It falls in the infinite loop. Never write the increment statements below the continue statements. So see the example. Printing 1 to 100. Whenever the I modulus of 5 means condition satisfied, I am skipping that iteration. Suppose I value 5, modulus of 5 equal to 2. Condition is satisfied. So I am skipping the 5. When I value is 10, 10 modulus of 5 equal to 2. I am skipping that 10. And when I value becomes 15, 15 modulus of 5 equal to 0. I am skipping the 15 also. I am printing 1 to 100, but I am skipping the numbers which are divisible by the 5. Okay, we can print the 1 to 10 and skipping of the numbers which are divisible by 5. Let's see the one example. Let's see the 20 only. I is called I plus 1. Never write the increment statement below the continuous statement. It will fall in the infinite loop. If I equal I modulus of 5 equal to 0, continue. Otherwise print I. Okay, I'm printing the from 1 to 20. I want to print the numbers which are divisible by the number which are not divisible by the 5. Okay, if it is divisible by 5, I'm skipping that iteration. Okay, I'm not printing those numbers. Let's see. Okay, you can see the I'm skipping the 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'm skipping. When I value reaches to 5, I'm skipping that iteration. When I value reaches to 11, 10, I'm skipping that iteration. We can, with the help of while loop, continuous statement, we can skip the particular iteration and continue the remaining iterations. Okay, I have taken the reference from this site w3school.com and taken the Yashwant Connector and Rima Teresa to prepare this material. I have taken the reference from this. Okay, you have learned how to use the while loop and for loop, and how to use the while loop and for loop to access the sequence of elements, list, tuple, set. We are not able to access with the help of while loop, set elements, dictionary elements. With the help of while loop, we are able to access all the sequence of elements like set, dictionary. Also, we are able to access with the help of for loop. And what is the break? We have discussed what is the continuous statement. I discussed how to use, where to use. Okay, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.